Hello Internet. Today I will be showing you how to make a hero animation in Flutter, and an issue that I have kind of faced when making a tutorial for a demo food app with $backend and Flutter. Before we start, please consider checking us out on $backend.com. We have a blog with all of the articles that you see on the videos, including this article. It will be a hero animation in Flutter. And also, please consider signing up. We can host a backend for you, be it Strapi, Cuzzle, Nakama, Supabase, or others. Yeah, so definitely consider checking us out. And let's get to how to use hero animation. Alright, so hero. Basically, a hero animation is an animation as shown in this demo by Flutter. When you click on an image, we will transition the roots. And as you can see, the image persisted. Let me click on it again. So as you can see, the image persists, but the roots change. To achieve this effect, we can use a hero widget, and we need to pass in the same tag on both pages. So a hero widget, for example, with the tag of a string image would be on the first page, and a hero tag with the same string image should be on the second page. Then Flutter will know to transition between pages, and since both of those widgets are wrapped in a hero widget, Flutter knows to transition between widgets, but to show a hero animation when transitioning between the widgets. So this is an example of a hero animation, but as I said previously, it did not work for one particular case when I was writing a blog post for $backend. So let me show you why it was not working. Alright, so this is a demo that did not work, and I have simplified it a little, shortened it to the concrete example. The source code will be in the Hero Doesn't Work on our blog, but when clicking on the next button, as you can see, the image did not load. But when clicking on the back button, see how the image kind of transitioned back to where it was. So why would that be the case? If we were to look at the code, we can see that we have a hero with the tag image and a child of image.network on the first widget. And on the second widget, it is a stateful widget, which has a hero with a tag image and a child image.network. The image doesn't work because the image URL is null by default, and it is only available to us 10 milliseconds later. And the hero image is a conditional widget. So what this means is when we are rendering the first time, the image URL is not available to us, and we're just rendering the align widget. When we're rendering 10 milliseconds later, we set state, and we're rendering both hero and align widget. So even though we cannot see it because it's very fast, we are not rendering this image in the first render. We're only rendering it in the second one. So why isn't it working? Here's a fixed example. On the first widget, we still have the same hero with a tag of an image, but when we're transitioning now onto the second widget, we're going to pass in the image URL so that we can access it on the second widget. The second widget state will now take in and cache this image URL. So when we're first initializing the image URL is going to be not null, and when we are then loading the image URL from somewhere else, it will be loaded appropriately. Then the hero widget could be built on the initial render, and align widget could be built on the initial render, and then it will be rebuilt with a new image URL. So this way, the hero animation works. If we were to click on next, we can see that the hero animation worked, and we now have a pig instead of a wolf. This is to illustrate that the image will be changed at some point. It will not be visible to the user if the image loads fast enough, but this is the way to make a hero transition when you need to load some data on the second widget. We had a similar issue when I was making a food delivery app with $backend and Flutter on our GitHub repository. Let me show you. When the details page, it was a stateful widget which initialized itself without the menu item data by default. If we were to pass in initial photo URL as a string in a widget, the hero animation would be working correctly. If we were not to pass the initial photo URL in that widget, then the photo image could not be loaded. And we had an issue similar to the example when the hero widget on the second widget. If you found it helpful, please check out a whole series of our blog posts on dollarbackend.com/blog or on our YouTube channel. See you later. Bye.